Finley Cannon joins us from the Oak Road Hatters podcast. How are you doing? Because it has been for quite some time now for Luton Town fans, a very reflective period. Are you one of those that looks game to game? I know there are some that it almost feels with Luton, you get a little 2 or 3 game spell, then it becomes negative, a little bit of positivity, then it becomes negative. Clearly away from home, it hasn't been great at the moment. How are you feeling about your club today?
I mean, it's tough to feel positive after what we've seen this season. I wouldn't even agree that it's 3 game spells. I would say it's probably 1 or 2 games.
What's going wrong, particularly away from home, do you think? Because we know Kenilworth Road is an amazing place, especially with the fans and how they treat the home side. Maybe that gives the team an extra lift and their form is a little bit better there than it is away from home. But away from home it is a crisis at the moment. What's the difference?
I mean, first of all, we're conceding so many goals away from home. It's 21 in 9 away games, which is pretty shocking considering when we went up, we were one of the best defensive sides in the division.
What do you think the issue has been?
The defence doesn't look organised at all. It looks like there's a lack of leaders in the squad, not just away from home, at home as well. I think we're really lacking leadership. Aside from Morris, I can't really tell you who takes those leadership roles, and I think that is having a huge impact. Being without Tom Lockyer has caused massive problems, but it's something we should have acquainted for at the start of this season based on what we already knew about him.
He's kind of called out the players a little bit, not personality or character, but he has spoken about the individual errors costing you guys games of football. Is it as bad as he kind of made out?
It's interesting because he's never called out the players ever before, no matter what the results, how many games we lost on the bounce in the Premier League or in the Championship. So it's really strange actually for him to call out the players because it didn't feel like something that was going to happen. But yeah, I certainly agree, to be honest. I think there's a lot of players that aren't really performing to what we've seen them do previously, and it's really frustrating.
Yeah, it's tough for Rob Edwards because we've spoken in weeks gone by. It felt like he was lacking a little bit of energy this weekend. He said he's not going to be the one apologising because that's not on him. What do you feel like the relationship is like at the moment? It doesn't feel like anyone is truly happy. The fans, the players, the manager himself at the moment. Obviously, you don't think, I don't think that there needs to be a change. Rob Edwards has been fantastic for the club, but at some point, these results do need to turn round. It's maybe not at that point just yet, but do you feel like it is heading that way?
I mean, it's concerning how quick we seem to be declining, and we don't seem to be picking up at any point. We'll get one win here or there, and it is literally just a one-off, and I think that's what's essentially keeping us above the relegation zone at the moment, and it's hard to watch at times. And you're right. The players, the fans, Edwards are all in different places at the moment, it seems, and it's really starting to butt heads at times.
What do you think it's a question of? Out of form players, coaching decisions? If you were going to put your finger on one thing that says if we can change this very, very quickly, the results will turn around, what do you think that would be?
God, that is a really tough question. Honestly, I think we just need to get a run of 1, 2, 3 wins where we're not just winning, but also looking like a team that's together. And I think that potentially does change it. But at the moment, we don't look like a unit when we're playing. We look really broken up.
Before Christmas, you do have 3 home games. So this is where we really need the Oak Road Hatters, if you like, to be on it, because, and I know Rob Edwards has called in the past for you guys to make sure you're on the team side. You guys have shown up and been absolutely incredible time and time again. I don't think there's anyone that works at Luton Town that could fault the fans of that club. Swansea at home, then Stoke at home, 7th and 10th of December. You go away to Blackburn. We know the away form's not great. You then host Derby County on the 20th. Those 3 games, those 3 home games, are they pivotal to Rob Edwards' future?
I mean, they're certainly all winnable games. So I think you have to look at them and think, if he doesn't get probably minimum 4 points from those 3, ideally more than that, you'd hope more than that as a Luton fan. He has to get something from them. If he doesn't, I think he's going to be in a real struggle because as I said, they are all winnable games against sides we should be competing really well against.
Okay, we shall see if Luton Town can do it. Finley Cannon, thank you so much from the Oak Road Hatters podcast. Once again, part of the fantastic talkSPORT fan network. Make sure you check it out wherever you get your podcast from. You'll find it on the talkSPORT feed there. And also as well, if you can go to talksport.com and just search for the talkSPORT fan network.